Okay, Shakti Gi here with a wonderful client here joining us, Rachel, from wonderful Queensland. And Rachel, thank you so much for being here and being part of this wonderful experience of working with the Transformer.
Thank you, Shakti.
Lovely to connect with you and share this experience. Now, with Rachel today, she has a transformer at her feet, which consists of sacred symbols that help release blockages, that helps to shift negative energy that is pulling a person back from living their true life, the love and life of what they love combined, that the true life of how they want to live and not how their agenda may be um, um, governed and, sort of taking control of. And this is what we're finding, especially lately with a lot of things happening globally, because what happens in other countries affects us as well. It's all energy and everything communicates. So we pick up on everything happening in the world around us, and it can put people into a lot of fear. So, working with the transformer in this type of session helps to release any unsupportive negative energies. So, Rachel, you've got the sacred symbols at your feet. Now, I'm going to ask you, what is it in your life at this moment, which we call the current reality? What is happening in your world at this moment that you would like to improve on, or for it to be better, or to transform, or to change? Is there something you would like to change?
Yes, I feel like my husband and I are at different stages in development, and I would like to be able to, I've been finding it really difficult being aware of things that are going on around in the world and in spiritual matters and things like that. And he seems to be really caught in the matrix, and trying to live sort of like a double life is, I'm finding that it's a challenge. It's a challenge, I will say that. But yeah, so that I'd like to work on that if I could somehow.
Yes. Oh, look, I'm excited to be working with you today, Rachel, because that is just so common with so many people at the moment. Their
Yeah.
relationships are being affected greatly. And, the relationship success is all about philosophies. And it doesn't matter how long you've been with your partner, if your philosophies are not the same, it can really put a strain on a relationship. And as much as you love them, if they don't see life in a similar scope as you do, or even in the communication between you in your philosophies and your same interests. And philosophies are all about your morals and standards and beliefs. And if you don't have those in common or to be the same, when it really comes to the crunch of feeling the effects that global situations can have on people, it can take you to the dark side of the soul in a relationship because they're not understanding where you're coming from and they feel misunderstood. And
Mm.
so you get this communication breakdown and you feel misunderstood. And so the communication breaks down because those philosophies, especially on spirituality, especially on a person's personal loves and likes and standards and morals, if they're not coming from the same source, it's very difficult to try and explain to someone what you're feeling. And, some people would rather block things out and not know more about certain situations because that's their way of handling it. So thank you for sharing that. And would you say that sometimes you feel more than your partner does, like feeling more in your body
Completely, yeah, yeah.
of certain events happening around you, whether it's in the home situation or in the country as a whole, or even overseas? You're actually feeling, and that's what I'm picking up on with you. And being a psychic medium, I can pick up on things like that very quickly. And I'm also reading your aura. that it saddens your heart deeply because you feel so much, and it's hard to understand if he doesn't. And his way of dealing with it, I feel, is that he tends to override it or play it off, or
Yes.
it's not as bad as you think. Oh, it doesn't concern us, that sort of thing. And you being an empath and a very sensitive soul, you know that there's so much more that affects us that people would admit, because energy is a communication, and everything is energy. Everything communicates. Animals, trees, the sea, the wind, everything, the sun
Yeah.
communicates with us all the time. So
I
it can.
find I find he's very accepting of my point of view, and does listen sometimes.
Oh, that's
But
good.
but there's to a point he won't. It's not his reality, but he's
Yes,
happy for me to be in that way. But yeah,
yes.
it's not his reality.
And in some situations like that, Rachel, what actually happens is and most often it is the female feeling more, and the reality not being of the male, because that's how they cope. And if this helps at all, when the creation of man and women evolved, and our creator created us as we are, the male was created to protect, provide, to hunt, gather, and protect especially. So I've always said that men and their beautiful wonderment, they love 90%, and that other 10% is to go and dig holes, go and hunt, and to get to build a fence, to go and do those things, or to set up a home of protection and providing. And he's programmed in that way to cope. Okay, so it's a coping mechanism that some men go into, not all, but there will be a time when even the most spiritual male will go into their programming to protect and provide. It's just their beautiful mechanism of coping, and it's just the way they're created, and they carry more testosterone, so it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
But don't underestimate the male. They love and care just as deeply and passionately, but there is that 10% that he's programmed to be able to protect and not see a situation as it is, because he might not cope and might not be able to all of a sudden protect his family that he loves dearly if he caves in and lets that emotion take over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then women, we love 100%. It's not saying that we're more or less or whatever. It's just that women love 100% because we give birth. We need to have that compassion, because when it comes to protecting and nurture, and to be able to give 100% of unconditional love, we will never leave those children. We will fight to the death to save those children. And we have the compassion and the love to love 100%, to be able to give birth and see the blessing in it, and the absolute wonderment in it. And, we're just made so differently. And, it's important that we understand that is their coping mechanism. Ours, women, were very social, very, very social. And we share and protect and grow and provide by sharing. And we gather other women around us or other men around us as a community and social, because that's our coping mechanism. We gather, we nurture, we love unconditionally, and that's how we protect and provide. And so we express ourselves. We're emotional. We express ourselves. We feel everything. And that's the way that we created to be able to cope in our coping mechanism, and the two go together beautifully. And so do women that support other women and men that support other men in relationships. So yeah, it's important that we understand, if you just focus on you, then he will start to open up and trust more by seeing you cope in the way that you do, by feeling everything and sharing everything. And he's so supportive anyway. He just doesn't always share the same point of view, because it will make everything too real and too emotional for him. He needs to be able to cope in his way, but don't underestimate, he's watching you, and he's watching you to see how you cope, and that makes him even more protective. So he can't totally be on the same page in the way that you do, but know that he knows what's real. He just knows what he can handle and what he can't. So I just needed to share that with you. I didn't expect to be doing that, but these videos, these sessions are very authentic. I don't follow a script. It all comes from the heart. And I felt that that message was especially for you, that don't underestimate. He gets what you're saying. He just needs to handle it his way. So what I want you to do is I want you to focus on the relationship that you have together. You've got your feet on the transformer, those beautiful sacred symbols that I sent to you.
Yeah.
And I want you to just start closing your eyes and allow yourself to breathe in and out the nostrils. This is Nadi breathing. And what it does is it stimulates right brain and left brain. It activates the pineal gland, your clairvoyant antenna, your superconscious. Your superconscious is your intuition, your all-knowing, the God within you. Your subconscious is your body, unconscious mind, the mental mind. Now I want you to just quietly say to yourself, I command my ego to go out into the garden, and I want you to sit there quietly and just wait for me to come and get you when it's time. This is not your place. So just sit quietly in the garden. And just focus on your breathing. Nice, deep, long inhales, relaxing exhales. And when you take the responsibility of breathing like this, you'll start to feel the life force build in your body. And you're breathing on an inhale of 4 seconds and exhaling on 5 seconds. So your exhale is longer. Deep nostril breathing. Beautiful clarification. Mental stimulation calms the central nervous system, allows the life force to build in your body. Nothing's forced. It's all calming and relaxing. It's just a focus, because the inhale is connected to the exhale and the exhale is connected to the inhale. Now I want you to focus on your reality as it is now, with your husband, your partner, your best friend, your confidant, the father of your children. I want you to just focus on the current reality as it is in the relationship with him and what you spoke of. And just feel in your body, mind, soul, what it feels like when you communicate with your husband. What does it feel like when you're communicating something to him that you find difficult to express? What does it feel like? What does it feel like when you're sharing points of view and perceptions, loves, dislikes, fears, worries, hopes and dreams? What does it feel like when you're talking to him? What does it feel like when he responds? How does it make you feel when he responds? When you're not hearing what you want to hear, when you're not feeling what you want to feel, when you're not seeing what you want to see, what do you see instead? What do you feel instead? What does this look like when you're in a conversation with your husband, expressing your point of view but not being totally understood, or it not being seen as the reality that you see? How does it make you feel in your heart? Just go into that feeling. Know that you're safe and supported. Go into that feeling. Does it have a colour? Does it have a shape? Where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your solar plexus? Do you feel this energy, this feeling? And does it become like a disappointment? Is it feeling heavy?
Yes.
Is it a feeling of being let down? And does it sit somewhere uncomfortably in your body?
Sort of in the pit of your stomach.
Yes. And does it feel like it jumps to the solar plexus?
Yeah.
Just above the stomach. Now that's where we hold fear. It's where it's a very powerful energy source, the solar plexus, because it's a double-sided penny. It can hold the most deep, wrenching, gut-wrenching fear. But on the flip side, it can hold the most wonderful power source of release by facing that fear. It's a dynamic chakra of holding very powerful energy that can hold you down with the biggest fear and pain. But once you go into that and you feel it, and if you see a color of yellow, whatever color you see, but if you see yellow, go into that and feel it. Have the courage to feel it deeper, even if it encompasses your whole body. Don't be afraid to go into it. You're supported. Source supports you. God is your supply. See if it smells, if it has a smell. Is it hot or cold?
Oh, it just kind of feels like if he doesn't wake up to things, that he won't come with me. He won't be with me. He'll just, I don't know.
Okay, so I want you to repeat this saying. I feel disappointed.
I feel disappointed
when I go further into this energy.
when I go further into this energy.
I feel alone.
I feel alone.
I feel alone when I face how I feel about this.
I feel alone when I face how I feel about this.
And I want him to come with me.
And I want him to come with me.
Because I don't want to feel alone.
Because I don't want to feel alone.
And just leave that where it is. Just leave that in your stomach. Let it sit, let it reside. And I want you to just step back from yourself and just observe yourself from behind with this energy sitting in your stomach and seeing the color that it formed. It might have been yellow, it might have been another color. Did it have a color?
Sort of just a bit hazy, hey?
Yes, yes. No, it's very muddy energy. So now step back out of your body. Just imagine, visualize you stepping back from your body and just observe yourself. You just stepped out of your body, observing your body from behind. You're quite safe. And just see your body holding this energy. Your body will look smaller. It will look hazy, cloudy, grey. Because that's the energy of disappointment and fear. It's all fear. It all comes from fear. And I want you now, with the body that you are observing with, I want you to go into the same area of your stomach, and I want you to step in and create your desired reality. Now, this desired reality is a completely different reality, but it's a reality that we tend to, as a human race, put into the future. And it's always difficult to constantly bring into the now because we've always put it into the future. This desired reality that you are standing in now, observing yourself in this reality, is all your hopes and dreams of the most perfect relationship with your husband that you desire. The best version of your relationship that you could ever want. And I want you to see it, feel it, feel that desired reality of how you would like to have the relationship with your husband, that he understands everything you say and feel and see and hear. And he totally agrees that it is his understanding, that it is his reality, that he is working really hard to see it the same way. And then he finds it so easy to understand what you're sharing, because he's starting to let go the fear too. So I want you to see this reality happening in the body that you are observing, and feel it, see it, hear it. Does it have a color? Where is this energy sitting in your body? If money was no option, time no option, No choice at all. It just is. You have all the money you could ever want, all the time available to you could ever desire. You're in the most perfect place, the most perfect situation, and you're in this most perfect desired relationship with your husband, where there is a total understanding of realities, a total acceptance, a total perception that is exactly the same understanding. And there's no disappointment because your husband is happy to see the reality that you share, because there's no fear. It's gone, because this is your desired reality. There's no anger. There's no disappointment. There's just love, pure, unconditional love for the way you see life, the way you see the world you live in. And he, your husband, lives in that reality too, because he's learned to understand and accept that your reality is an understanding that you are safe, secure, and supported. And once he starts feeling safe, secure, and supported by Source, the universe, God, Divine Spirit, whatever he relates to, he will start to see what you see. And he will do this with love. He's doing it now because this is your desired reality. This is your desired reality brought into your now current reality. This is what you want. And when you put it out to your superconscious, this is what you'll have. So I want you to see your desired reality, your body living in your desired reality. And I want you to walk up to and behind the current reality body you just formed earlier. I want you to morph your desired reality body that you're in. Walk into from behind and morph into the current reality body you visualized earlier. These two bodies have now morphed together, and the energy is just so powerful and so beautiful. It's pure, pure light. Do you see and feel that energy, Rachel, morph from the desired reality into your current reality?
Yes, yes.
Do you feel it?
Yeah, I do feel it.
And you see the two realities together, and the energy from the desired reality is so powerful and so bright you can hardly look at it. It's dissolving the current reality. And the energy from the current reality now has just fallen, that grey mist that you saw. You look at your feet, you'll see it all fall into your feet like ash. Because you have your feet on the transformer of sacred renewal symbols. And the earth is just taking away the current reality. You'll feel now your body start to drain all the current reality, negative energy down into the earth. Can you feel it pulling?
Slightly, yeah.
It's starting to pull away, like draining into the earth, taking away that current reality, the mist grey energy, muddy grey energy that doesn't support you, The negativity has been drained from your etheric body and now going down into the earth. You'll feel like you're sinking into the earth as this goes on. Let that happen. And the frequency of 528 hertz music that is playing in the background is raising the energy of your desired reality as we speak. And the 528 hertz is the hertz of pure unconditional love. Now you'll start to feel your energy raise up above the earth. Now we ask your body to raise up through the transformer up above the earth and rest your feet upon the earth now, totally released of all negative energy, unsupportive energy. It's been drained from your body, from your current reality. Your reality now is as it is, your desired reality. It is as it is. And now I want you to repeat out loud, I am the God of my being.
I am the God of my being.
I am the God I am.
I am the God I am.
Superconscious, I command you come forth.
Superconscious, I command you come forth.
I want to feel you in my heart.
I want to feel you in my heart.
Skull and body.
Skull and body.
I command my superconscious.
I command my superconscious.
And the God of my being.
And the God of my being.
For this symbol my feet rest upon.
For this symbol my feet rest upon.
To dissipate and diminish.
Dissipate and diminish.
All the negative energy.
All the negative energy.
That are connected to my relationship with my husband.
That are connected to with my relationship with my husband.
Of the current reality.
Of the current reality.
Large and small.
Large and small.
To be drawn out.
To be drawn out.
And sent into the ground of Mother Earth right now.
And sent into the ground with Mother Earth right now.
And I ask for superconscious.
And I ask for superconscious.
That I choose the end result.
I choose the end result.
Of having the most perfect aligned relationship.
Of having the most perfect and aligned relationship.
With my husband.
With my husband.
And total acceptance and understanding.
And total acceptance and understanding.
Of both of our realities.
Of both of our realities.
Philosophies and desires.
Philosophies and desires.
Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams.
I am that I am.
I am that I am.
I am the beautiful being of divinity.
I am the beautiful being of divinity.
I am that I am.
I am that I am.
Now visualize and assume with the highest intent what and how you want to be, and from this day on to live it and live in your desired reality. When you see that and visualize it and see it happening, you feel it in your heart and soul. Just repeat, I am that I am.
I am that I am.
So be that.
So be that.
So it be.
So it be.
So it is.
So it is.
I bear witness.
I bear witness.
Thank you, it is done.
Thank you. It is done.
It is done. It is done.
It is done. It is done.
Beautiful. Now, when you're ready, just open your eye. Your aura is like a meter out from your body.
Is it really? Wow. Yeah.
Your whole aura changed, because it was really quite flat before, sort of just quite really close to your head.
That's what it felt like. It felt like I was sort of like little and closed in. It kind of felt like it was all, like you were saying, what I was saying was all murky and grey and sort of raining on the inside, but also it felt really small.
Yeah. Because remember I said to you, when you move out of your current reality and you move into your desired reality, you will see yourself and you're quite small.
Yeah, you said that. Yeah, that's how it felt on the inside. It's sort of
Well, not everyone sees auras, but I do, so I have to tell you. It's just what I do.
What colour is it?
Oh, it's white.
Yeah, beautiful. It feels like it's white.
Yeah, it is white. Honestly, you can practice seeing auras in the mirror, and what you've got to do, you don't look at yourself. Okay, you don't see yourself. You don't look at yourself. You look about yourself. Does that make sense? You look about yourself. So you're looking at you with your third eye, not your two physical eyes. You're looking about yourself. And your aura now is turning blue. So it's white with this absolute gorgeous sky blue, ice blue on the inside. So you're going to have quite a shift from this. So I would recommend you drink lots of water, because otherwise you can get the odd headache because you've had quite a shift. When I see that blue inside the white appear, especially on your right-hand side, you've had a very physical shift. Yes, a spiritual shift, but very much a physical shift. So just drink lots of water so you don't get headaches or visual auras, because visual auras are white flashes of white light on the side of the head, and often that is a very low-grade migraine.
Yeah.
And when you've had a shift like this, that's what can occur. So sometimes I get people contacting me saying, what have you done to me? I've got this massive headache. And I say, well, you've had a really big physical shift, which affects you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. So, when I see these auras within you, you've got some good stuff coming. Now, don't have high expectations. Just observe. Be the observer. Okay, but just know that he's watching you. He's seen a lot of change in you, and he's just observing you. But he's just a very protective soul, and that's just his way of protecting himself and protecting you. But you will see change, definitely. How are you feeling in your body?
Yeah, pretty good. I'm a bit tingly.
Oh, good. That's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tingling is energy. Tingling is source. Tingling is when people get premonitions, they often get tingling all over, and they call it goosebumps or whatever, chicken flesh, whatever. But what it is it's source. It's energy flowing in your body, heightened up. The electromagnetic frequencies in your body. So you will feel tingly, and that's such a good sign, because source is flowing beautifully within you, and you've shifted negative energy out of the body, so you will feel tingly, very much so. How did it feel when you stepped out of your current reality and into your desired reality?
Yeah, I noticed a big change then when I was standing behind myself, and then I was sort of like getting lighter and lighter. I could feel the whiteness sort of like spreading through me.
Yes, wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's exactly what is meant to happen. And when you actually stepped out of your current reality into your desired reality, I felt like it was a genie coming out of a bottle. with a
Yes,
tight,
sort of, yeah, like a smoky sort of. I can feel the
yeah.
heart lift. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, very much so.
yeah.
Because that's what's been surrounding you and your husband is this real heavy negative energy that has been affecting how you communicate
Mm,
and um, your reaction to it. Has just kept it there too because you've not known where to go with it, and
mm,
it just brings a heavy heart, so to speak,
mm.
and disappointment, which brings on sadness and a heavy heart. And sometimes you'll be reluctant sharing something because you felt you were going to get the same reaction, um, and that can bring on a heavy heart. I just saw it was like genie coming out of a bottle when you stepped out of that current reality and into the desired reality. So well done with that because some people do find it difficult to step out of one and into another.
Mm.
Yeah. So what we did is I wanted you to really feel what was happening in the current reality and then step into the desired reality because that desired reality now is your current reality. And it can take away a lot of tension, a lot of tension. And you won't notice because straight away, but in 2 to 3 days, you will process what you've done today and you'll be doing something or you'll say something to your partner or you'll be doing something mundane like dishes or cooking dinner. And all of a sudden, you'll feel this shift come over you of things that normally bothered you, but they don't anymore.
That will be good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that you have that can be good because that's in your new consciousness now. And so we are of Christ consciousness. So do you have any questions?
No, no, I don't have any questions. I'll just I'll keep working with the transformer.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And
And,
yeah,
we can do more sessions again because there's lots of different things in our lives that we, want to release or work on. And what I love working on, today I just wanted to work with what I felt you wanted to work with, but I'd love to do some work with the personal lie. And the personal lie is old beliefs that we believe about ourselves, and they can run a person's agenda big time.
yeah.
And they can, and the personal lie can destroy the best relationships. So I'd love to do some more work with you on the personal lie. I
Mhm.
think you'll be quite surprised that you've done a lot of work on yourself, but I think you'll be surprised that there's things there that you thought you had let go. And it's
Yeah,
amazing how we can sometimes fall back into that if there's stuff happening around us we're not certain about where it's going to take us in the future.
yeah.
So well done, Rachel. You did a fabulous job, and it's a pleasure to work with
Thanks, Shakti. It's been fascinating. It's great. Yeah.
you. Lovely. Thank you.